As a finance professional in a disrupted business landscape, what does it take to be in demand? What does it take to attract great paying international roles? If you're an ICAN member, it'll just take one exam. That's all it takes to complete the globally recognized SEMA professional qualification and the internationally respected CGMA designation. As a SEMA member and a CGMA designation holder, employers will look at you as a finance professional, constantly acquiring new skills to add value to the business. That's why they'll be willing to pay premium to hire and retain you. If you have 5 years of relevant experience and are an ICAN member, you can directly sit for the final exam of the SEMA Professional Qualification, the Strategic Case Study exam. Start studying the SEMA Professional Qualification. Prepare to make an impact.
You are muted for me. You are muted.
Right. Thank you, Tosi, for alerting me on that. And welcome to the program once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our special year-end program. It's a reflection of everything that has happened in the year 2024. It's a reflection of gratitude. We stand at the threshold of a new year, and we take a moment to look back and express our heartfelt gratitude to God for the blessings, for all the challenges, for the opportunities. And we're your host this evening. My name is Fumi Olani, and I'm here with my Tosi. What are you to me? Yeah. All right, you can see us looking so.
Of course, only you
beautiful.
can say that.
It is the Yuletide season, so we are celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. Yes, you know, welcome to see. And it's so interesting that they're watching us and they'll say, why are they putting on this traditional attire? Yes, we are, because we're celebrating something that comes just once a year. Christmas is the season to believe in the birth of Jesus Christ. So, see, you're welcome to the program also.
Thank you very much, Fumi. Like you mentioned, I also want to greet all our participants, our professional colleagues, our compliments of the season, and happy holiday. And for today, happy Boxing Day, I would say. Of course, even though while we were younger, people tend to not to actually get the meaning of the Boxing Day, but later we got to understand that it is a reflection of a gift exchange day, a day where we all need to exchange a gift amidst one another. So on that note, we welcome you to a special episode of ICAN on Air, the last one in the year 2024. Wow, it's been a long journey from the first one to the last one. We welcome you to this special episode for me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Firstly, everyone, today I just woke up because I arranged the gifts under the Christmas tree. And then when we finished devotion, I told my children, go and pick. They said, oh, wow, everybody's excited. My mother-in-law had to tell me that she just realized that Boxing Day, perhaps just a few years ago, is when you have to unwrap your gift. So we are very much celebrating this. And today, we have special gifts coming up on the program today because it's the season to give back to everyone that has participated, or some people, perhaps people that have participated all through the year and have been consistent on this program. We're so grateful, and Tosi and I are truly grateful, because without you, there wouldn't have been any ICAN on Air. So today is a day to show gratitude to every one of you for being part of our life.
Exactly. So tell your friends, tell your colleagues to join us here on YouTube or on ICAN Facebook channel, and let's do this special edition together. Let's quickly go and run some commercials. We'll be right back with what we have for you today. But today, no special guest, no topic, but a whole lot to unravel in this special edition. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
In today's interconnected world, Complexity is the new normal. An accountant must navigate this landscape, leveraging interdisciplinary approaches to drive sustainable growth. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, USA District, invites you to our 12th ICAN USA International Accountant Conference. Join us for 4 days of inspiring keynotes, interactive sessions, and expert panel sessions. Date is 26th to 31st of August 2025. Theme: Navigating Complexity, Accountants as Catalyst for Interdisciplinary Solutions. Venue is Windham, Indianapolis Airport Hotel, 2544 Executive Drive, Indianapolis, in 46241. Join the conversation.
All right, you welcome back to the last episode of ICAN on Air in year 2024, which we titled 2024 in Review. And of course, like Fumi earlier mentioned, we'll need to show gratitude to a whole lot of people that has made this program to be so possible for you to actually listen and learn in the course of the year 2024. And of course, apart from God Almighty, the next person that we want to appreciate so much is our Diamond President, Chief DCS Alaribi FCA, for his support towards this program. Of course, you know that that's the chairman of the Association of Microphone Handlers of Nigeria and beyond, the man who plays in the big league, and his name is also on FIFA website. Of course, to our president, we say thank you so much, sir, for the support we've received so much from you in the year under review, and also to our other governing council members. We also appreciate you. The list is endless. We cannot start mentioning one by one from the vice president to the last person. We say thank you so much for your support, for all you do for ICAN on Air. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much, we say.
All right, thank you, Tosi, for mentioning all our governing council. They made today possible. And you all know that we elected them and we need to support every cause that the leadership of the Institute asks for every one of them. So would also like to appreciate the ICAN on Air editorial board, both the old and the new. Of course, Tosi will run us through some of the names of the people. We appreciate them. You know, we are the ones, they are behind the scenes. We are the ones you see. But of course, so many people come together to make today a possibility. They come together, do the draft of the questions, do the draft of different things that we use in making this program worth your while. And we say thank you to every one of them. We do not take every bit of the activities they put together to make a day like today an excellent one. We say thank you so much to ICAN on Air editorial board, both the ones of last year's leadership and then this current year. We say thank you to you.
Thank you very much, Fumi. You know, when people see you and I anchoring the program, they may not know that indeed there are people behind the scene who also put their knowledge, their intellect together to ensure that we have a robust and meaningful program. And that is the work and the effort of the ICAN on Air editorial board and the committee. We thank you so much for your labor for the Institute. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We are indeed grateful.
In fact, Tosi, I think we should mention their names because it is worth mentioning their names apart from the end credits that you see of the names. So I may just mention some of the outgone ICAN on Air editorial board in person of, we have Mrs. Ngozi Ugo ACA, Mr. Ado Muhammad Abubakar FCA, Mrs. Aisha Bello FCA, Mr. Oshunlano Olubodu FCA, Mr. Andrew Odia ACA, Dr. Folonsho Akonde FCA, Dr. Akinsoya Deborah Benjamin FCA, Mr. Olukunle Ogumbamowo FCA. So Tosi, you can run us through our new set of board members.
Thank you very much, Fumi. I have my chairman here, Mr. Oladele Oladipo, FCA, a partner in PwC. My humble self, Mr. Tosin Akinwumi, and of course, my co-anchor here, Mrs. Olufumilayo Ajoke Olani, Dr. Bala Zaka, FCA, Mr. Samuel Joseph Okoye. Thank you for the good job you do. We also have Associate Professor Grace Ogundajo. We say thank you so much. Mrs. Okemute Linda Tejere FCA, Mr. Blessing Isijola ACA, Mrs. Eno Jacob Friday, Dr. Iyachuku Promise Uja ACA, Dr. Bode Oguntoke FCA, Mr. Lester Wilcox FCA, Professor Saratu Jim Suleiman FCA, and Dr. Sheyola Newaju, our advisor, and also Otuma Tobi Abiola FCA, our advisor, and then the executive producer of the program, Dr. Larry Olasokomi, the registered chief executive. To you all, we say thank you for being part of the program in year 2024. Let's do it again in 2025.
Yes, and just writing from where you
All right,
stopped, writing from where you stopped, you mentioned the registrar chief executive. We would also want to say thank you to the secretariat staff, the registrar himself again, the research and technical corporate communications team. Thank you very much for being a part of our lives. I would want to give credit to, I know one of us retired, one of them retired last year. No, this year, Tosin, if I'm not wrong, he retired this year. We just want to tell you that we appreciate you. We talk about Mr. Sami, with Madam Bukola. You don't know those two peoples, but they are energy. When you look for energy, you found them, and they can deliver anywhere and how you want it. All right, Tosin, over to you.
Thank you very much, Fumi. I think the next list of gratitude goes to the anchor, and I'm not sure I know how to appreciate the anchors for the good job, their service to the institute. Sometimes people think we are also staff of ICAN because of the level or the extent of the effort we put into the task, into the job. I want to say thank you so much to Fumi and my humble self. Sometimes too, some Thursdays may even not be fitting for the program, and because you are jumping from one meeting and you're also thinking as ICAN on air by 6, and you need to even get to the studio before 6. So all of that, sometimes Fumi will be coming, traveling, and from the airport, she's already joining the show. A whole lot of sacrifice that you may not see, but we see, and we appreciate the effort of the anchors. Well done to you guys. I keep on doing the good job you are doing. More strength, more inspiration, and more knowledge to you guys. Well done.
And well done to you, Tosin. If you would not praise yourself, definitely I will praise you. Thank you for everything you do. Sometimes my schedule makes me a bit I'm held up in different things. I'll just call my very, very available and able partner, Tosi. He's always there to I can lean on his shoulder anytime. Tosi, I want to appreciate you. I say thank you very much for everything you do for the Institute. Thank you. We appreciate it this evening.
Thank you so much. We are together. Okay, let's go and appreciate the generality of our members. Like you said at the beginning of this program, without our members, there would not be ICAN on air. So even if the editorial board puts some things together, if the anchors are all here ready for the program, and there is nobody to join the program, then who are we going to be talking to? Nobody. On behalf of the editorial team, we want to specially recognize and appreciate the entirety of the members of ICAN, and particularly those who join ICAN on air, and especially the regular participants. There are some people, they do not miss any episode. Once it is 6 o'clock, you see them clicking in to say, from the ancient city, from the rooftop, from this, from that, and you start seeing all of that. These are regular participants. We want to say thank you for being part, for associating yourself with the Institute and with the program like this. Thank you so much. Let's do it together in 2025. We appreciate you. Fumi, over to you for the next appreciation.
Yes, thank you. They say customers are always right. You don't know what that means. It's because they feed us. They are the ones that provide the food that we eat. So we would like to especially appreciate our sponsors for making this program go through the year. It's not easy. We know so much, as much as we want the membership or we want the viewership expanded, but you still trust us enough to partner with us. We'd like to say thank you very much to Federal Inland Revenue Service. We appreciate the leadership of Federal Inland Revenue. The chairman, Mr. Zach Adedeji, thank you very much for making this work. He's also our member. We truly appreciate everything that you have done for the institute. And this is the time when we have to say thank you, sir. We will come next year. Please be there for us. Open your doors for us and then give us more adverts. Thank you so much, sir. And also the Industrial Training Fund. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, the leadership. We want to say thank you to the DG, ITF. You have been so great. You have been so magnanimous. We want to appreciate you at this time to say thank you. And we know that we have so much more to do together as an institute and as you, an organization. Mr. Afiz, we say thank you. Afiz Oluwatoyin Ogun, appreciate you. And also to Sima, who am I to say thank you to Sima? Sima has been on from the get-go, and you're still with us at this time. We want to appreciate you and want to tell you how much we appreciate and we love you.
Wow. Thank you so much, our sponsors. We really appreciate you. We've done it together in 2024. Let's continue with your support in 2025. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Now, Fumi, let's quickly do a review, just like the topic for today suggests. 2024 in review. Altogether in the year 2024, we had 50 topics on the show. We had 50 episodes, and I'm sure somebody will say 50, why not 52? That does not mean that we actually missed anything. It was because in the month of September, we actually changed the date from Thursday till Saturday. So that left a gap of almost a week. Then later again, we came back to Thursday. So in between, we actually lost 2 weeks and all, but we had 50 episodes.
In fact, Tosi, you know, there were some times we had part 1 and part 2, and people are still saying give us part 3. So all those combined into the 50 topics that we had for you in 2024.
Exactly.
So interestingly, Tosi, over to you.
Go ahead for me.
All right, so I was just looking through some of these interesting topics that we've had. You know, when you look at the economy from the time that we started in January, when we talked about the Nigerian economy, the expectation for 2024, and then we went into the 2024 Appropriation Act when we were scaling the orders of the Appropriation Act. Then we went into the progress of the reforms of the Nigerian tax system. Tosi, imagine from that time, January 18, till now, we are still discussing the tax reforms, which has truly not been signed into law. But of course, we started that by letting you know that the Institute cares about you, and we want you to know everything that is topical in Nigeria and even across the world.
All right, Fumi, sometimes when I look at the old topics we've taken in a year, I look like it appears more to me like I think we may need at the point to do a compendium of all the topics and put it in a book, because these topics are actually contemporary. Just like you mentioned that early in the year, we started looking at the reforms in the tax system, and just not too long, we have started seeing those reforms materializing. That tells you that ICAN has foresight when it comes to those topical issues in the country. Still in the January, we also look at the economic resilience, navigating the bottlenecks. We look at that. We also look at IFRS 17 implementation, challenges and expectations. And we also look at internal control over financial reporting. And then we came to small and medium-sized practices, surviving beyond the founders. Fumi, you can take it over from there.
Tosi, you know, when people want an archive of topical issues, even students in school, accounting students or business admin students, and you say, what is the topic I'm going to use for my project? Everything you can find on ICAN on Air. So we have the resources there for you.
I
You
agree.
can always go there to pick any topic. So Tosi, I recall when we discussed evaluating the impact of the recent SEC notices of joint audit and compliance under the Investment and Securities Act. Also, we talked about preventing the dollarization of the Nigerian economy. Tosin, I'll tell you that since the time we had that topic till date, I know that CBN has been able to provide a platform where people can exchange currencies. That way, dollarization of the economy has a bit stabilized. So I can tell you that that topic worked. And you know, when we talk, the government listens. That's our prayer, right? And we hope that they will continue to listen
Exactly.
to the cries and the plies of the people. So we also talked about surviving the current cost of living crisis. We talked about leadership and mentorship for professional excellence. And we're here to tell you that if you need in any one of us a mentor or a coach, please feel free to reach out on any platform of the institute, and they would very much reach out to anyone that fits into the criteria that you have proposed. We have also talked about the future of manpower development, ITF's impact unveiled, where they mentioned that they were going to empower a lot of youth and a lot of artisans, unskilled laborers. I see that profiting in different ways of the economy. And I also know about the Gen Z accountants redefining traditional accounting practices. We were here to let you know how the Gen Z accountants can work. Tosin, that day we had the crowd, we had the audience, people were ready to listen. Who is the Gen Z accountant? Even
Exactly.
the old ones
Exactly.
decided to turn themselves to the Gen Z accountants. Over to you, Tosin, please.
All right, Fumi, thank you very much. One thing again is this, possibly FCAs in particular, I know I'm one, could possibly think that ICANN on air is for the young accountant, is for those who are newly qualified. But I can tell you that that is not correct. ICANN on air is a platform for learning. And when we talk about learning, you agree with me that learning should be from the womb to the tomb. So it doesn't matter if you're an FCA, it doesn't matter if you've been qualified 30, 40 years ago. This is a platform for free learning. You are not to pay any dime in learning, just to stay abreast of the happenings within the professional institute, within the economy, within all you are required and expected to know. And trust me, we are not asking you to pay anything. So, what I'm just trying to say is that if you have that thought that this program I can on air, I think is just for newly qualified members, that assertion may not be correct. It is for everybody, both old and young. And indeed, people are actually sharing testimony, only that they are not paying the tithe as expected. Okay, Fumi, let's go again and continue the topics that we've seen in the year. Okay, we also look at the ethics of AI in accounting, navigating privacy, bias, and transparency. And then also in May, we look at integrating sustainability and ESG into business models, the role of professional accountants. Furthermore, we considered mitigating regulatory compliance risk and financial crimes, the strategic influence of professional accountants. Then in the month of June, we opened that with the Registrar Chief Executive coming up with ICANN, my institute, your institute, our collective vision. Then we continue in the month with ICANN's recent milestones, things you need to know, male, gender, balancing responsibilities, and mental health. And we close the month of June with corporate governance, key to financial responsibility, accountability, and transparency. Wow, I remember that episode in particular. It was taken by our advisor, the Honorary Treasurer, Dr. Sheyolani Waju, and
Master.
the numbers on that day was quite a lot. Hold on, for me, let's go ahead and take it
Yes,
from
thank
where I
you.
stop.
Yeah. So we talked about safeguarding your digital world, best practices for cybersecurity. And that happened in the month of July, where we made you understand what it means to keep your information safe and how to be safe. as chartered accountants. Then we also talked about analysis of the withholding tax regulation 2024, and unraveling. We tried to do the unraveling of the complexities. Then after which we discussed sustainability reporting, understanding the rudiments and meeting stakeholders' expectations. Then, in the month of July, still, we're able to tell you about the CFO position. Who is a CFO? Navigating to the top of successful corporations. Then, the fitness beyond the surface, understanding awesome well-being. For those of you that just walk, you don't know when to stop. So, we try to help you understand that your well-being is very, very important for you. Then in the month of August, we were able to tell you about the new CBN Act, implications of increase in ways and means. You can tell us today that it was a good thing that we mentioned the implications of the ways and means. And now it is, I mean, government is trying its bit to ensure that what affected us during the ways and means is not going to affect us in the future. So it's always good that you know what government has done and how the remedies they're trying to put in place to ensure that it does not affect the grassroots or the ordinary man on the street. IFRS 19 subsidiaries without public accountancy disclosure. And then we talked about AI and the future of financial reporting in August. So Tosin, you can run us through September. Thank you.
All right, for me, we opened the month of September with a sensitization to members regarding the 54th AAC. Then we moved to sustainability reporting, understanding the rudiments and meeting stakeholders' expectations. Then we go to IFRS 18, presentation and disclosure in financial statement. And we ended that month with laughing to the bank, the business of comedy, when we brought about Kemi Ikusedu Momiwa to the program. Then we went into the month of October. We started the month with the special AAC edition. We had the first and the second edition. Then we also looked at bank recapitalization, the role of accountants, and investment opportunities. And then we ended the month of October with budgetary process and implementation in public sector, part one.
And then yes, so because part one was Lagos State, everyone said give us more, and then we gave you part two, which came from the Commissioner of Finance from Ogun State. It gave us the part two of budgetary process and implementation in public sector. So we also had International Accounting Day 2024, inspiring Generation Next. I belong to the Generation Next. I don't know about you, Tosi, but that happened in the month of November. And then we talked about the CFO, the role of financial modeling, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We also talked about the role of resilience in nurturing an entrepreneurial mindset and innovation. After which we mentioned Nigerians' recent tax reform bill, a closer look. Recall in January we tried to give you a bit of the reforms, and then recently we told you everything about it. You should have your binoculars on it because it's going to affect you and I. Afterwards, we had navigating the professional accounting journey, and then we had demystifying cryptocurrencies and other digital assets in December. That was an interesting episode.
Wow.
So what do you think about all 60 topics?
For me, like I did mention, this is a compendium of topics. 50 topics in the year 2024 is a great one. And on this note, again, I also want to appreciate on behalf of our chairman and the editorial board, we want to appreciate all the guests we have also brought on the show. We need to let you know that our guests do not collect money from us. Some of them are members of the institutes who also see a need to contribute to their institutes, and some who are also non-members. We also get connections to them, and they also take their time to come on the show and share their knowledge and wealth of experience. We want to say thank you so much for contributing into the lives of our dear members, your colleagues, and we say let's do it together again in 2025. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Tosi, so what is
Yeah.
the special thing we have for our guests or perhaps our audience today? What is that special thing that just happens only in Christmas because it's the time to give and it's the time
Okay.
to share?
Before we go to the special thing,
Go on, Tosi.
okay, before we go into that, I can see some comments from our participants regarding this final episode, and some of them actually are praising and analyzing Fumi's lovely gele. So let's see some of those comments because it is the season. We also need to enjoy this moment. So media, please, let's project some of these comments so that we can actually take some comments before we go on the next item on the program. Media, please help us in projecting some of these comments that we have from our members in order to feel this season. Let's feel the season. It's a Christmas season, and let's feel them. Okay, Fagbola Temitope Adeniyi. Merry Christmas to all chartered accountants across the globe. I can see our presenters, that's Fumi in particular, Afrocentric dress.
That's you
Is
and
in,
I.
is in the mood of the season. Kudos to you for promoting our cultural heritage this Christmas season. Thank you, Fagbola. Okay, Fumi, over to you.
All right. Someone says you are looking exceptionally gorgeous. Oh no, that okay. That's Tosin. Thank you very much, Mr. Seidu Ola. It says Francisca Agbola ACA, Mr. Tosi. They are telling you how good you look. Then Akamiogo Paul is saying good evening, PCs, and happy Boxing Day as it winds down. Paul Odion, ACA, streaming from Lagos. Fagbalate Itokwe, we thank God for the grace to witness Ultimate Thursday episode for the year 2024 on ICAN on Air. Kudos to the board, the crew, the presenters, the guests, and the ardent followers for making the ICAN on Air 2024 episodes a worthwhile experience. And you are one of the ardent followers. So we really truly appreciate you, Mr. Fagbola Temitokwe, all the way from ancient city of Ibadan. Silvanos Izeboke. He says, Merry Christmas, PCs. Dr. Silvanos Ailegbo. We say thank you very much. And he's streaming from Onitsha. How is Onitsha today? Thank you. So Bakari Kazim, good evening, PCs, and happy Boxing Day. Yep, it's a Boxing Day for us. He says, I'm Kazim Bakari from Abuja. Tosin, let's see all these lovely comments here from you too.
Okay, it is the Boxing Day 2024. It is not late yet to unwrap the gift of goodies to the people around us in commemoration of Christmas celebration. Merry Christmas to all professional colleagues across the globe from the ancient city of Ibadan. Fagbola Temitope Adeniyi. These attires look good and portrays the spirit of the season for me and Tosin. Thank you very much, Okamio Gopal. Thank you for that compliment. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, moving along or moving ahead because of our time. In the year 2024, we have some of our participants whom we will refer to as ardent followers. Almost every episode, they join the program. They do not miss it. And we have selected 3 of them to actually give a token in the spirit of Christmas and Boxing Day in particular. They are members, they join us every edition, they make contributions, they ask questions, and they do not miss the program. Even today, they started sending messages and all that. So we have a token of gifts for them, and at the appropriate time, we'll unravel their names, and then we'll tell you the gift we are actually giving to them. Fumi, over to you.
Yes, so see, I wanted to also mention the reason why we have to give out. The act of gift giving. It symbolizes selflessness and the joy of giving. And we know that you have been selfless with your data. You've been with us all through these 50 episodes that we've had, perhaps even 56 or 52. The act of kindness that you have shown to us, the act of generosity. And we want to emphasize it that during this holiday, we appreciate you and we're trying to promote a sense of community and also caring for one another. Thank you very much for decorating ICAN on Air with your presence. It's always good when we look at our chat box and we see you there. And it's always good when we look back at all the episodes and we see the same names resonating every now and then. Thank you very much for all you do for us. We know that you bring lights to the program. You bring a lot of joy to us when we see you, and we want to show how much we appreciate you. And thank you very much, everyone, for saying, oh yes, our cultural diversity in our dressing. We appreciate you, and we just want to show you that Nigeria is a colorful one, and we need to embrace the culture, the tradition of Nigeria, even as chartered accountants, anywhere we find ourselves. We know we are always on the white collar job or even on our white and our suits, and we always try to dress formal. But right now is the time to unwind. Everyone enjoy the season. Just don't think about work.
Exactly.
Just enjoy the season. So can we unravel all that we have in stock for them?
Okay. I'm like, if you have done 50 episodes, including today, that means 49 before now, if I'm correct, that means we have worn suits and we've been corporate all through. So if today we also say, let's go this way because of the season, I think it's a good one. Thank you so much for the compliments once again. Now, the 3 people that have been chosen who are ardent followers in the year 2024, the very first person is Mr. Fagbola Temitope Adeni FCA. That's the first winner for today. The second person is Owuma Ernest Chukunaru. Owuma Ernest Chukunaru, we say thank you, congratulations. You are an ardent follower every week in, week out. We see you, we see your comments, we see your questions and all that. That shows you join us on this program. And the last person, the third person is Shokumbi Babatunde. Shokumbi Babatunde. The board have picked the 3 of you as our winners for this year. You have gifts. Trust us, you have a gift, and we're going to announce to you how to get across to the secretariat. So secretariat staff will get across to you on how you are going to pick those gifts. For next year, by God's grace, please let's do this together. We are going to do more than picking just 3. For me, can agree with me? We'll pick more followers in 2023. Of course, so I can also give you gifts and all of that. Then in 2025, there will also be few other things that will be added to the program. All of those things we'll let you know in the course of the program. So please, our winners, like we said, congratulations to you. The secretariat staff will get across to you on when you will come and pick your gift or how to get your gift across to you and all that. We celebrate you. Others, please keep following up, keep joining us. In fact, I can even see Mr. Akiode, that's one of the guests on this show. Mr. Akiode, thank you for being part of this show in 2024. Let's do it together in 2025. So 2025 has a whole lot that we're going to discuss with you as we go ahead on the show. So for me, any more thing before we go on the break?
Okay, to all the winners, we are grateful that you won this. Tosi, when you listed everyone, I don't think I heard a female. So females, we don't like to carry last. So please, 2025, let the females take the lead. Please, we want to take the lead. The men are taking all the awards this year. And the gifts are so fabulous. Don't worry. When they receive it, they'll let you know that they had lots of things in one pack for themselves for this Christmas Yuletide season. Congratulations to every one of you. Then Tosin, there's something that is interesting. When we were reading through all the topics, I recall the one about the female when you talked about the season when we had the Women's Day. We had in attendance, we had as a guest a special women when we're talking about women breaking barriers. And we had a partner in KPMG, Toyin Gbagi, and also our council member, who has gone to be with the Lord, Miss Mbag Joy Asu. We love you, and we know that you're resting well in the bosom of God Almighty. Thank you very much for all that you did for the Institute. We truly appreciate you. No one can fit properly into the shoes that you wore. But of course, God Almighty will soothe this effect for your families that you left behind. I just thought to mention that. Up Swan.
Up ICAN. Thank you very much, Fumi, for mentioning that. That's a good one. Okay. Also on this program today, we are going to be getting some calls. Going to be receiving some live calls so that we can get feedbacks on how the program has gone in the year and all of that. So that's why we told you that we have a whole lot in this episode. But I think we should quickly go on a short commercial. We'll be right back. Also, our chairman, Mr. Oladile Oladipo FCA, will also be joining us in this last episode for the year so that we can actually unveil, like we actually told you. You see our faces every week, but there are brains behind the scene. We'll need to see our chairman, who also has some remarks for the colleagues this day. Let's quickly go on short commercial. We'll be back in a jiffy. Don't go away.
The Skill Up Artisans Program Super is an initiative of the federal government.
The aim of Super is to upskill Nigerian artisans for better employability. This we are carrying out by collecting the data of Nigeria artisans through massive registration, training, certification, and licensing for better job opportunities, both locally and internationally. Super will improve the quality of life of Nigeria artisans. It will improve the quality of work from Nigeria artisans, enhance work and professional ethics from Nigeria artisans, reduce dependency on foreign artisans, and increase foreign exchange through talent export.
Log on to super.itf.gov.ng to register now. Super, upskilling Nigeria artisans for super job.
In today's interconnected world, complexity is the new normal. An accountant must navigate this landscape, leveraging interdisciplinary approaches to drive sustainable growth. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, USA District, invites you to our 12th ICAN USA International Accountant Conference. Join us for 4 days of inspiring keynotes, interactive sessions, and expert panel sessions. Date is 26th to 31st of August 2025. Theme: Navigating Complexity, Accountants as Catalyst for Interdisciplinary Solutions. Venue is Windham, Indianapolis Airport Hotel, 2544 Executive Drive, Indianapolis, in 46241. Join the conversation. Shape the future.
Welcome back to ICAN on Air. Tosi, are we not excited about what is coming up soon?
Of course we are. Of course we are. Of course we are. The final episode in 2024. And now we want to hear from our chairman, a member of ICAN Governing Council, a partner in PwC, Mr. Oladile Oladipo FCA, who wants to quickly address the members on how far we fared in 2024 and what to expect in 2025. We're welcoming the chairman any moment from now. I'm yet to see him in the studio. Okay, my chairman is here. My chairman is here.
How are you? How are you, Tosi and Fumi?
Chairman, you are welcome, sir. It's
Thank
a pleasure to have you on the show
That
today.
is my chairman. You know when Tosi was talking about brain. So that's the brain behind ICAN on Air. You're welcome, and you look so fabulous. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Fumi. Although I'm not quite sure I will accept the brain definition, but I'm happy to be part of the team. And you both are looking lovely anyway.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you
do
very much,
you.
Chairman. Thank you very much. Okay, so the members want to hear from you how far we fared in 2024 and what to expect in 2025 on ICAN on Air. You have the floor, sir.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Tosi, and thank you, Fumi. Once again, good evening to our members and compliments of the season. It's good to, have the privilege of standing in front of the camera every now and then. My name is Oladile Oladipo, FCA, a member of the Governing Council and the chairman of the ICAN on Air Committee. I think, first of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty that we are all here having this fantastic and wonderful experience to wrap up the 2024, which has been a very eventful year, not just for our country, but for our institute and also for the ICAN on Air crew. First, I also like to thank the 68th president, our diamond president, as well as the governing council for giving this team the privilege of organizing and airing the ICAN on Air program, which I must say from the comments that our members and others put out there on the program has been very impactful, in terms of talking about socio-economic issues, business issues, wellness issues, entrepreneur issues, and the quality of the guests that we bring. I think that has been one of the hallmarks of ICAN on Air, that we're able to consistently, week in, week out, bring in very erudite, experienced, and knowledgeable people to come and talk about. So I thank our guests and I thank our council. I also like to thank the secretariat who've been providing the support. Yes, I know that Tosi and Fumi have expressed their appreciation to the registrar chief executive, which is absolutely good. But there are a few people who I like to, refer to as the unsung heroes, the people, behind the scenes who nobody gets to see. But they are really the engine room of this program. I'm talking about people like Mr. Ikechukwu Isegbu, a member of the secretariat team who recently retired from active service. We have a fantastic, hardworking young lady called Bukola Kayode. She does a lot of the secretarial work, contacting people, contacting guests, contacting the studio, and making sure that we have a very fantastic program at the end of the day. And also, she's ably led by Mr. Somi Akintude, who is the HOD Research and Technical. So we have a very active group of secretarial staff who are supporting us. And of course, I cannot fail to mention members of the ICAN on Air Committee. Their names have been read out, my professional colleagues on this side. So I say a very big thank you to you all. I also like to thank our sponsors who have, kept faith with us over the years. But more importantly, they've continued to show even more active interest in ICAN on Air program. And for that, we say a very big thank you. Now, for me, I'm looking forward to say, I know that I'm on the clock here, but looking forward, I want to promise our members, our audience, that 2025, God willing, is going to be a very fantastic year. Because just as the Institute as a whole is leading the conversation on matters of public interest, ICAN on Air is also leading the change when it comes to user experience. What do I mean by that? We've looked at, all the audience that come in, we've looked at the programs that they like, we've looked at the topics that they like, and we believe that we have, set up a number of topics and related guests to come and share very fantastic and wonderful experience with them. All this is with a view to making sure that our audience stay ahead of the most relevant issues in public discourse. So in 2025, we're going to be covering topics from the business to the economy. We'll be covering entrepreneurship. We'll be covering, wellness. We'll be looking at young accountants who are the future of the profession. We'll also be devoting a lot of segments to them. Now, in order to, make this even better package than we have now, we will be holding the show every 2 weeks, every 2 Thursdays. You will be getting the schedule soon, but trust me, that is with a view that we'll get the best topics, the best guests, and you all will have sufficient time to plan and join this program. So 2025 is going to be a wonderful experience for everybody. I promise you. One of the things that we need to know, as we reflect back, Tosi and Fumi, there are some of our viewers who may not have watched every episode, but I'd like to, assure you that all the episodes of ICAN on Air are available on the Institute's YouTube channel. Just go back, look at those episodes, and you can play them back as many times as you want. One other fantastic thing about ICAN on Air is that it's actually a very good source of knowledge, a very good source of data. So if you are doing any project, you are doing any research, you might just be lucky that research is one of those topics that we've covered on ICAN on there. So you have a very fantastic opportunity to go and look at it. Now, I'm Tosi and Fumi. I'm not going to, let the cat out of the bag. I'm not going to give all the juicy details about what we have planned for our members in 2025. But I'd like to say a very big thank you to all our audience. We want to thank all the members that joined, all the students that join. And I think that a lot of people also join who are not even affiliated with the Institute, but who find very fantastic use of the topic that we discussed. And to all those people, I say a very big thank you on behalf of the President, on behalf of the Institute, and on behalf of everyone that is associated with ICAN on Air. Thank you very much. And in 2025, bringing great success to each and every one of us.
Wow. Thank you so much, my chairman, for that address. I think your members, your Korean colleagues now know what exactly to look out for in 2025. Just like the chairman mentioned, by next year, by God's grace, the program will now run fortnightly. So every two weeks, and that is an attempt to ensure we have a very detailed, a very robust program and all that. Thank you once again, my chairman, for your address. We appreciate you joining us today in the studio. Fumi, are you not happy that your chairman joining in the studio today?
I am excited. My chairman doesn't like to come. He doesn't like the camera, but now we have to pull him into this camera so that everybody knows who manages us as the chairman of ICAN on Air Board. We truly appreciate you. This is the only time where we can come and tell you how grateful we are for the tutelage, for everything that you have made seamlessly to happen on this program. We want to say thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, don't let the chairman go away. We are going to complete the program together. Chairman, you are not going anywhere. Just stay here like one of the anchors and let us complete the program in the next 15 minutes.
But you guys know I'm not.
So like I told you earlier, we are all we are all accountants anyway, and we are all trying to be anchors here. Thank you so much, Chairman. Like I mentioned earlier, that there are going to be callers on this show today to get feedbacks. I understand we have one of the callers on the show now. Let's have Fagbola Temitope Adini. I understand Fagbola is here.
Okay, so Tosi, I see a comment from one of us on the chat box is Lolum Minde. He says to ICAN on Air, this is to notify you that some people are calling privately that they have been selected for award for being consistent on the program. They went ahead and gave a number to be called to claim the gift. Confirm or refute this claim to save people from falling prey to fraudsters. So it's a delicate world we operate in, right? So if you're the winner, we've already mentioned the 3 winners on the program. The institute, your institutes, the contacts that you already have, they'll reach out to you for the claim of the gift. Don't listen to anyone else that is trying to personify itself or trying to come up as an ICAN member to give you any gifts. Please, it will be strictly through the platform that you are aware of, which is the institute phone number or email address. Please, we will call you those 3 winners. Thank you very much. Beware of fraudsters.
All right, thank you very much for me, and that's fine. Okay, so do we still have a Fagbola Temitope on the call, please? Okay, media, please confirm so that we can actually get to know who is making the call now. Okay, while we are waiting for our callers, we also want to use this medium to tell our professional colleagues that ICAN on Air is your program. It's your program, it's our program. And it's a platform by which you can actually join hand in us that we can market your wares at a cheap cost. So please come today. Let's market your wares. We may be thinking maybe it will be expensive, or no, it's not. It's affordable, and we are assuring you. So in 2025, please, let's do this together. Zonal programs, district programs of ICAN, your organization where you work, your societies, your NGOs, bring those things. Let's actually bring them to the fore for you at a very cheap cost. Thank you very much. Fumi, let's quickly go and take some announcements that we have on the show while we are still waiting for our callers on this show.
You know, when you talked about partnership, I wanted to also
to the Diamond President in person of Chief Alawebi, FCA. So I want to thank Sister Fumi and Mr. Tosin for choosing me as one of the beneficiaries. In addition to this, I want to bring a suggestion on the ICAN on the Air. So all what we are discussing in 2024, I want you, the ICAN, to put it in their ICAN database or ICAN archive, so that the students can use it for the research project. So there too, I want the ICAN to extend the number of the hours for the show to be, let's say, 1 hour and 30 minutes, so that they're able to cover the large range of the topics. So the number they are giving is very short. So I want the ICAN to expand the number, the hours to 1.5 hours. So that, and then I even thank the sponsor of the program for Web Done Job, in person of FRS and Bank of Industry for their Web Done Job. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Shokun.
Okay, I think we have another call, but you can go on to say.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay, someone is on the call, yes.
Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Hello, go ahead. Just go ahead and talk to us. Hello, we can hear you.
Good evening.
Okay, so for me, I'm not sure, as in the caller, I think we are not actually getting, it's not actually getting us clearer there. Yeah. For Shokumi, he actually made some suggestions, and that's the reason why I said the chairman should not go away, because there are some of those suggestions that the chairman is the one that has the power to take to the council. Exactly. So thank God he mentioned he's asking for the extension of the timing of the program beyond 1 hour because of the richness and all of that. And it's also saying that we can actually make a compendium of all of these topics, and then so that students can actually find them useful as research topics and all of that. So we've taken notes of your comments, and like I said, our chairman is also here, and we are sure we're going to reflect on those comments. Thank you very much.
So can I just address that maybe before the next caller comes in?
Yes, my chairman. Yes, my chairman.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, okay, I think there's a new caller. But quickly, Mr. Shokunbi, I hear you will consider extending the time coverage to 1.5 hours. There are a number of logistics involved, but definitely worth considering. Like I mentioned earlier, the program.
Am I on to on air program now?
Yes, this is ICAN on Air. Yes. May we know who is calling in, please?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. May we meet you, sir?
And continue.
Well done. Am I on to ICAN on Air?
Yes, you are.
Sir.
Please introduce yourself.
Okay, chairman, we lost you. You can continue your line of thoughts.
Okay, so I was just going to respond to Mr. Shokumi Babatunde that the programs are currently available on YouTube as far back as 2022, 2021, perhaps. You can find previous episodes there, but I think you've made a very fantastic suggestion. We will endeavor to compile to make a compendium of all the programs and see how we can provide access through the ICAN website. So we'll be working with IT departments over the next few days and weeks to see how we can quickly make that happen. So thank you very much for the suggestion.
Okay, thank you very much, my chairman, for your reactions. Fumi,
Yes.
over to you. I know you're
Yes.
still expecting some other callers in the house.
Yes, we have a couple of announcements. The ICAN Diamond President, Registrar, Chief Executive, and the Institute wishing everyone a Merry Christmas.
Evangelist from the ancient city of Ibadan. I call in just to appreciate you as usual for the job you are doing for us on ICAN on air. It is an eye-opener for all of us professionals to learn one or two things. And year in, year out, you have been doing this. That's why it's okay. If people as the other presenting is doing this, the only way we two that are listening or watching should appreciate you is to make sure we are at the other hand. That's the spirit of calling, making comments, participating every now and then. And as we are entering year 2025, it's going to be a glorious year for all of us chartered accountants in the land. In the mighty name of Jesus, I wish everybody Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year. Kudos to the entire team for the job well done.
Thank you very much. That's Fagbola Tebitope FCA, one of the winners that we earlier announced, an ardent follower of ICAN on air. Thank you so much, Mr. Fagbola Tebitope, calling from the ancient city. Whenever he calls or whenever he writes, he let us know that he is calling and speaking from the ancient city of Ibadan. Thank you so much, Mr. Fagbola. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate you too for joining us week in, week out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tosin. So we're still taking the announcement for December 26, 2024. Like I mentioned, that the Institute, the leadership of the Institute wishes everyone a happy holiday, a Merry Christmas. Then ICAN on Air will now air fortnightly every 2 weeks, effective January 2025. Also, the result of the November 2024 professional examination is out. I want to say congratulations to every one of you that passed. Thank you. And those that are yet to mop up all those scores, we pray that God will give you, you have the opportunity to do so at the next sitting. Everyone is a winner. So don't think of yourself as a loser. You will definitely win. Then ICAN is live on TikTok. Follow us on at ICAN-NG to get the very exclusive news, study tips, institute events, behind the scenes content, student insights, and much more. Registration for March 25 and 26 ATSW examination opens 25th of December 2024 and closes 20th March 2025. Tosin, over to you.
Okay, the African Congress of Accountants is here again. Prepare to join us from May 6th to May 9th, 2025, as accountants from across the continent gather in the vibrant city of Kigali, Rwanda, for an unforgettable in-person experience. Early bird registration is open until December 31st, 2024. Don't miss your chance to secure your spot at an exclusive rate. For inquiries on this conference, please reach out to Bingpe at afolugbele@ican.org.ng or call 070-66-122-759. And lastly, increase of MCPD credit hours from 90 to 120 for 3 consecutive years. IFAC, the global umbrella organization for professional accountants, has recommended a minimum requirement of 120 credit hours for CPD for accountants to stay relevant on a global scale. So in line with this global standard, ICAN Council has increased the minimum credit hours for members to be obtained each year from 30 to 40 credit points. It is essential to know that the 120 credit hours can be acquired through structured and unstructured activities of the institute. And that's all the announcements we have for this program. Our professionals, and that's all we have for you in 2024. I'm sure you agree with me that ICAN on Air is not a program you want to miss. Every week, but effective next year, like we told you, it will be coming in now every two weeks. Until we come your way again in 2025, we urge you to stay safe and stay sound. On behalf of the editorial team and the producers, I am Tosin Akinwumi, FC, saying thank you for watching and have a lovely 2025 in advance.
Yes, and from me, I want to say congratulations for making it till the end of the year. We have gone through a lot. There are challenges, there have been wins, and there have been losses. But we thank God that we made it. And I want to implore you to continue to win, continue to be hopeful, even during this holiday season. Be safe, be sound, keep your security. Let the security be tight, and don't go to where you don't have to be at any point in time. Just be sure that you don't move at night or even in an insecure area. We love you from the ICAN on Air team. We want to say God bless you and see you in 2025. God bless you.
All right, and from me and from everyone else on the committee, I want to say a very big thank you to all our audience, and let's have a very wonderful experience again together in 2025. Thank you.
Happy New Year in advance.